Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alexis and today I'm going to be showing you my library. Let's talk about a few things. I moved pretty recently, which I did share a lot of on my channel, and because of that I have a new home library. To me, this is the first home library I've had in literally years, which makes it so much more special to me, and because of that I really have been loving showing it off and sharing it with y'all. So I decided today we're actually going to take a in-depth tour of not only my bookshelves and the books over there, but my actual true like reading corner book library, the whole little area. Let's get into it. So when I say library, I'm meaning all of my bookshelves and my reading corner, including these up here. But for the sake of making things easy, we're gonna start in this whole area. So next to my actual bookshelves, I have some Legos, some author pictures, and obviously my giant dragon Squishmallow. These three shelves are organized by genre, starting with fantasy, young adult, and then romance. Starting with my fantasy shelf, the very top shelf is where I keep Powerless, some PR I haven't opened, and then some other series. This top shelf is a series where I have a few of the books, but not all of them, and at the very end is this adorable little picture of my pets. This middle shelf originally was organized hardcovers, and then I kind of used this little space at the end just to fill in books, which is why it looks a little cluttered. And then I also have this beautiful little teacup that I got from Fae Crate. Underneath that shelf is where I keep all of my V.E. Schwab books, Saba Tahir, and then a couple other completed fantasy series. This is my Sarah J. Maas shelf. Yes, I do have the original covers for all of these books. And then I have a couple other series, a couple other authors. My bottom two shelves are more sci-fi fantasy. So this top one, I have Marissa Meyer and then other sci-fi books, series I need to start, like this one right here. Then at the very, very bottom, I have all the Percy Jackson books, some historical fiction, and some other miscellaneous sci-fi. This little cute Funko Pop right here of Percy Jackson that I painted when I was probably like 14 years old. Moving on from this shelf to this one, the top shelf of my young adult is very, very chaotic. It's some Squishmallows, some Throne of Glass themed Funko Pops, and my Good Place Funko Pops. The second tall shelf is a little bit nostalgic. I have some Kara McDowell, my Morgan Matson books, and then my Rachel and Solomon books. I have this cute little pom-pom guy. This middle shelf is not yet finished. It's some organized hardcovers right here. Down here is where I'm gonna put all my Lynn Painter books, but my sister's currently borrowing them, so I only have a few right now. I also have this cute little cow lamp that has a little jingle bell on it, and it actually does turn on. Down below is definitely more nostalgia for me with my entire Jenny Han collection, Emma Lord, and then I have a couple other authors, and I also just have this book on display because it's perfect for the season. This next shelf is just organized hardcovers, and then at the very end, that entire stack is Casey West, which is such a nostalgic author for me. One of my bottom shelves is sad books that will make me cry. These are all books I have either read or not read that I just know are very, very sad and heavy. So this is what I'm gonna go for when I want a little cry sesh. The very bottom shelf is not the best organized. It's mostly like hardcovers over here and then paperback, young adult throughout the rest of it. Moving on from this to this is my romance shelf. My top one, I have this little basket of stuffed animals, and then my Hannah Grace collection. This shelf right here is books I really love. So it's Emily Henry. I have this little bookshelf, and then I have some other books that I've read grouped by authors. So like Sarah Adams, Sarah Hogel, B.K. Borison, girlies I love. This shelf is kind of the same vibe. It's my Addicted Calloway Sister series plus Dishonestly Yours, and then chunks of authors where I've read like some of their books, but I want to read more. This little house is from Target. This middle shelf is actually where I keep all my Emily Wibbly and Austin Siegeben Baroka shelf. These authors are so important to me. They've been such a home base for reading. They're authors I know I can always come back to, and I will always fall back in love with their writing. And at the very end, I have some Funko Pops I painted based on their first 3 books. Below that, I have authors where I've read some of their books, but not all of them, or series where I've read the first few, but not all of them, such as Elle Kennedy or Kells and Denise Stone. The bottom 2 romance shelves are very loosely organized. They're more so standalones or books where I only own one book from the author or one book from the series, organized sort of by color, starting over here with warm tones, blues, purples, pinks, and then more just blues and miscellaneous at the bottom. So that is my 3 main bookshelves. They are all the Billy bookshelf from IKEA, each with one shelf extender to make them a bit taller. And now we're going to go back into this little corner, which is more so my reading nook, less so than just where my books are. Next to the window, I have this white cube shelf organizer, which I love, and on top of it is lots of decor. 3 different prints up on the wall. This little cutie is hanging from a shelf above everything that I'll show you in a minute. I have my candle warmer, a picture of me at a book signing, some miscellaneous books, candles, my oil diffuser, and some cute plushies. The cubes actually do hold lots of bookish stuff. This first one is for book sleeves, this is for bookish prints and stickers, and the last 2 are for my Taylor Swift cardigans. For the next row, I actually have all of my adult mystery thrillers here, along with this little Lego who is holding a red herring. I love him. This cube has my essential oils, stickers, and my sunlight light. I have my Prince Cardin plushie, some Squishmallows, and this little trinket dish. The last one, I have this bear my stepmom made me, some Polaroids, a bookish candle, and then in those 2 little tubs are my stamping pads for my bookish stamps. The very bottom shelf is all young adult mystery thrillers. They're all organized sort of just by like author and hardcover, and it's a bit of a mess, but it makes sense in my brain, you know? When you're looking up from this area is when we get to the big shelves above the window, which is what this little guy is hanging on. So the top shelf is stuffed animals and nonfiction book. There's a little picture. The bottom shelf is a bunch of my young adult fantasy with some adult fantasy, and it's mostly the taller hardcover books. I also have like these little chess pieces up here that are so freaking cute. Back on the ground is my actual little like reading spot. I have these lights strung up behind the chair along with some little wall art and a little shelf. My chair is from IKEA. It's a bit older, and on top of it I just have a few stuffed animals I love. This is Baby Bear, Maple, and Mr. Hash Brown. Blankets from Target, and I also have this cute little raccoon down here. This is my ottoman. It's from IKEA as well. I just keep extra blankets in it. In this little crevice, I actually keep tripods and lighting for YouTube. Next to my chair I have this cute little shelf that I thrifted. At the bottom is my Palm House, some stuffed animals, and then this stuffed animal of Rowan from Throne of Glass. For the top of my side table, I have this trinket dish I painted, this coaster my sister made me, this lamp is from Home Goods, a picture of my boyfriend, and a picture of me when I met Larry Reeds. I also have this cute little cake vase from Five Below, which is where I store all of my actual stamps for my books. My first row of shelves over here, I have this little cake trinket dish which holds all my magnetic bookmarks, my Eras Tour cup, and this picture of me eating some authors in 2019. On the shelf, I have my Funko Pop, a little seal. This is my bookmarks, and then those are promotional bookmarks back there. At the very bottom, I have this bin from Target, which has annotating supplies, my reading journal, a notebook, and then a stuffed animal. Although this is kind of not in the reading corner, I have another raccoon and then this cat tower, which is heart-shaped. If you can't tell, I love my reading corner to literal pieces. This space is so special to me. It means so much to me, and I'm so excited to have my own home library. If you have any questions about where anything is from, if I didn't mention it, just comment down below or message me on Instagram. That's my handle. If you want to see more of me or more of my library, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. I hope I see you next week, and until then, I'm going to leave you with a few more clips of my library because it's so beautiful. I will never shut up, okay? Okay, bye!